going to a restaurant called the Poop Deck. I haven't got any words for that.
In naval architecture, a poop deck is a deck that forms the roof of a cabin at the stern or back of a large ship, which is a high point for observation and navigation. But don't be fooled by its name, it's not somewhere you relieve yourself.
Fresh snappers.
Hungry?
Starving.
Yeah, me too. So we're out for a little celebration meal tonight, and
The celebration's on us.
the reason being is we've had to hot-tail it to Nassau because when we were in Bonaire we made an appointment with the US Embassy for our visa application. Basically, we didn't even know that you needed a visa to get to the US. I thought you could just do it online, you know, like when you fly into the US, you do the ESTA and you're good for 90 days. And the only place to get a visa, UK, but we're not in the UK. I think it was Trinidad and Tobago, but that was the opposite direction. Curacao was only...
And nobody's going to Trinidad and Tobago.
That's closed. It's closed.
So...
You can't get in there. Curacao was only for residents of Curacao, so they weren't doing third-party visas. Anyway, to cut a long story short, the nearest place was Nassau, and we paid the money for the application a few months ago. We did everything, and we booked an appointment, and we got an appointment in May. And that's why we rushed to get to Nassau, and we had the meeting yesterday.
But in order to get the appointment in Nassau, we basically had to look online every single day, 4 or 5 times a day, to try and find a spare slot. Like, we had friends that were in Bonaire, we had friends that were already in Bahamas, and they were trying to get a slot just to get their visa appointment date, and there was absolutely nothing until September, October.
The issue is we need to be Chesapeake Bay or north by the 1st of June for hurricane season. If we're not above Chesapeake Bay by that date, our insurance is invalid for named storms. So we've either got to be north of there or back down in the ABC Island. The night we got the appointment for the meeting in the embassy in Nassau, we had pretty much decided that we were going to head south and go to Colombia.
I was actually quite excited about Colombia.
Yeah.
I really was. I had it in my head, travelling through Colombia, maybe my backpack, having a bit of a different adventure.
The thing about going to America, the hurricane season,
milkshakes.
Well, there's that for sure. But also we need to get a few bits done on the boat. We've got the bow thruster that's still not working. We've got some issues with our B&G equipment, and that can all be done very, very easily in America. It's very difficult to get it done in the Caribbean unless you're somewhere like St. Martin.
Everything's difficult to get
done. So and I am excited about all the fast food I can eat for 6 months.
Just get my list out of places. Since we left Bonaire, we spent 3 weeks getting here, and we've been bombing it to get here. Thank goodness we made it for our appointments. Because we know how difficult it is to get into the US, especially at this moment. James and I both took a stack of documents. So we took bank statements, property statements, financial situations, blah, blah, blah. I had this much, James had this much. We went armed and ready, and they asked us about 5 questions.
Mostly about sailing.
Mostly about sailing, yeah.
We came with a lot of stuff, you know, and we were really worried because it said we needed our wedding certificate, and our weddings, I don't even know where it is. It's locked up in a container in the UK, and you know, we didn't have it. There's no way of getting it, and he didn't query that at all, luckily.
He didn't, but the funniest thing was, on the way to the appointment, James and I were rehearsing, what's my date of birth, what's your date of birth, what day did we get married, what date was our...
Yeah, I knew all of it.
Ceremony.
Philippa had a few issues. She couldn't remember things.
I remember the really important stuff.
Well, like, have you ever been arrested?
The next day, James and I got up early and got ready to leave for the Berry Islands. which is halfway between Nassau and Grand Bahama Island.
Nassau Harbour Port Control, Nassau Harbour Port Control, this is sailing vessel Aequus. Aequus, over.
They're still asleep.
Still asleep.
Reporting the Nassau Port Control, Channel 9.
It's the same
Channel
lady.
9, over.
It's the same lady as before. She's obviously been on duty for the last 10 days.
Nassau Harbour Port Control, this is sailing vessel Aequus, over.
What is the name of the vessel?
Aequus, Alpha Echo Quebec Uniform Sierra, over. Alpha Echo Quebec Uniform Sierra, over.
Roger that, clearance. Go ahead with the information.
Yeah, we just wanted permission to leave the harbour via the east exit, over.
What's your destination?
Our destination is the Berry Islands, over.
Roger that, clearance. Your permission, have a good one.
Thank you very much. Aequus out.
Switch back to 60. Gosh, it's actually chilly, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
This is something we're not used to. Morning, Captain.
Yeah, morning, Admiral. Windy one this morning.
Yeah. I'd say it's not too windy. Just the right amount. Not too much, not too little. Perfect. The Atlantis on Paradise Island is far more than just a hotel. As well as directly and indirectly employing over 50,000 employees, the Atlantis is the initiator of the Blue Project Foundation, which was founded with the mission of saving sea species and their extraordinary habitats in and around the Bahamas. It is through the guests staying at the Atlantis Hotel that they can fund this phenomenal project. The sea state was quite rough coming out of Nassau, so we grabbed our life jackets and altered our sail plan.
Yeah.
Don't worry about the waves, they're fine, only follow me.
James and I have just put 2 reefs in the main, and we're just going to put the jib out so we're steady and equal. We're doing 7.4, 7.6 average on a beam reach. The wind is 18.4, going very nicely.
We just had a wave come over. Philippa got soaked.
Just went doosh.
It came over the whole boat.
James has bought some pre-made frozen burgers.
No, they're sausage and egg McMuffins.
Okay, sausage and egg
It's like you get at
McMuffins.
McDonald's.
Let's see how this goes down.
It's like having your own McDonald's on board.
Oh dear Lord. Help.
Excellent, delicious.
Excellent. So would we say better than McDonald's or equal to or?
I'd say it's 80% as good as a sausage and egg McMuffin at McDonald's.
There you go.
You just chuck it in the microwave, it's amazing.
can I do?
On video it looks like we're champagne sailing.
The Berry Islands belongs to the Bahamas, and it makes up a chain of about 30 islands and over 100 small cays.
This is called Target Rock on the side here. It's on our port side. Target Rock, but not a target we particularly want to head towards. We're keeping as much to the left as possible, although the conditions are really windy. The charts are telling us basically that this here, as you can see, we're super close to that rock, so we need to be really, really careful. But the charts are telling us basically that we need to keep between this rock here, which is obviously that rock there, and this 2 meter sport that is jutting out of the water, and we're just going between this channel here, and then we're going to head into this area here called Slaughter Harbour. My god, between all of these, Slaughter Harbour and Target Rock, whatever next. Anyway, we're going in here and we're going to anchor just around here for the night before we head off again tomorrow. Okay, we're through. Oh wow, look at those little huts.
Like we swim over and the fun fares ourselves.
Yeah. How sad to think of COVID. No one's been there for a whole year. Wow. Would you believe it? This is the bay. They always look so much smaller on the charts. This is a huge bay. You can see in the distance out there as well, there's cruise ships. There's one over there, there's one there. Not sure if you can catch them on the camera. There's one just behind there, and I saw another 2. They're just out there, just hovering around, obviously with no people at the moment. They haven't got much to do. It's quite sad really, thinking that they're just sat there with their engines running. Okay, so 20 minutes later and we're leaving the bay. It's far too rough. We just couldn't anchor there. We went downstairs into the main galley area and it was just too rocky. There's no way we would have slept tonight. So we're going around the other side of the island. It's a little bit deeper there, slightly, and the depth is slightly more inland as well, so we might be a little bit more protected. Anything better than that would be a godsend, so let's see. So we're coming back out of where we just came. There's the rock, the naughty rock, and then we're going to go back out around here and down here. It's a little stirrup cay, so we're going to try and go in here. Yeah. So it's a bit more sheltered and a bit deeper than we think than what was here.
The wind's coming kind of this way.
We'll see. How bizarre is it to have an amusement park like that right in the middle of what looks like the ocean? It's really, really bizarre. And I think it reads a perfect day on Coco Cay. Very cute, really cool for kids. I say really cool for kids, I'm actually quite intrigued as well, but it's shut, people, so we're not going there. Okay, now you can see the cruise ships better that I was talking about a second ago. There's one there, there is one there, and as we go around the corner you'll see another few in a minute. Okay, this is looking promising. They've put some sort of groin, man-made groin here that sticks out. You'll see there's a boat just behind it. Fingers crossed, this might be better. 2.9, 2.8. Okay, we left the anchor ball up coming around the corner. This is round 2. We want to be able to sleep tonight. We've got some really big days coming up ahead of us for sailing. Look how lovely and blue it is. I know.
Reminds me of, where did we see that before? Aruba, yeah. Yeah, they're burning rubbish over there. Ugh. I know it's a small island. Where do you get rid of rubbish? It must be a thing, right? Oh, the smell is really, really, really bad. Luckily, we're only here one night, but it's not great when you've got kids and families over there who come to enjoy a beautiful island.
Nice sandy bottom anyway.
Thank you.
If we do touch the ground, it won't matter too much.
Okay, so we know she's holding. I'm going to bring it in by about 5 meters, and then we're going to set the chain from there. We just don't want to sit too far back, so we come around the corner there. We just want to try and keep as much pointing into the wind without any other interference.